Okay, let's go.
Punk. All right. Are you ready?
Yes, I'm good. Let's go.
Your tassel okay?
Let's go.
All right. All right. Greetings. I am Craig Jones.
And I'm Devin Jones.
And we are here to review a movie today, and
the best movie of 2018.
All right, we'll get into that. And so we're kind of festive on today's show. I got on my holiday sweater vest, and on we got on these Santa hats on the pagan side of the game. I know I'm terrible.
Right, well, going out to all you guys here. I'm just gonna say Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah. I don't know what to say, so have a good Kwanzaa. I don't know nothing about Kwanzaa.
Nice Kwanzaa, good Kwanzaa. I don't know.
We'll have a good time with Kwanzaa.
If you
don't celebrate anything, then have a good
whatever,
month, good whatever you want it.
Just greetings to everybody from the Yuletide side of the game.
We're a very open, non-judgmental people.
Yeah. So let's get into the movie. Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse.
I'm excited
today.
Just to hear the name.
All right,
I love that
we
movie.
will get to that. Right now, I need to talk to the parents. So, parents, Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse is I think it's PG-13, isn't it?
No.
It should be.
I don't think it is.
I don't know, but it's not gory at all. There's a lot of violence. It's but it's just a lot of cartoon sort of violence. But people die in this movie. People and the death is treated in a very realistic way where you feel bad. You see people grieving in this movie. So if you don't want your little ones to really see a lot of death and get into the consequences of death and what the grief that it brings about, then maybe wait till they get a little older. But to be real, there was a cat sitting next to us. He had his little kid with him, and this kid was like maybe 5, 6, and it didn't seem to bother the kid at all. He was loving the movie. So just there's really no gore. There's nothing like that. Somebody does get shot at one point, but it's off screen.
Well, it's on the screen, just you don't see any blood or anything.
Yeah,
you just hear a pop, and you can see the guy go like. Ugh!
Yeah, you don't even see a bullet. So it's
You see a dude holding a gun back there, but you don't.
Because it is a family movie, but it does have some intense emotional moments. So just keep that in mind, that you might have to have a talk with your kid, your little kid afterwards. But I'd say probably 6 or 7 or up, they're gonna be fine watching this.
It is a family movie.
Right.
I think a lot of ages they'll have a good time seeing this movie. Yeah, I mean your kid if stuff like that won't bother them because it is pretty emotional when these people are getting bodied. It's not good.
Getting bodied.
But,
but other than that, it's a good time. It's a fun time. People are gonna, your kid will love all the swinging around. I would say though, there's a lot of flashing going on in the screen and stuff. And if your kid is one of those, what do they call it, epileptics or something, you might want to wait and see it first, or if they have those. Oh, it's not the term I'm looking for. When they're sensitive. I guess sensitive. You have an overly sensitive child to, perception types.
Yeah, I don't remember what it's called. I know what you're talking about. I know somebody like that.
If a parent out there has a kid with that, they know exactly what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Maybe you want to see the movie first because there's a lot of just quick cutting and a lot of bright colors flying at you all at once. Maybe you want to sit back a little ways and not sit so close to the screen if you have a kid like that who gets freaked out.
There's times where there's glitches in it and they happen really fast and there's a lot of bright colors flashing at you. And,
right.
I mean, it's cool, but...
Yeah, but it is a lot going on, from a sensory perception type thing. It's intense, okay?
So
other than
just be aware of that.
Other than that, it's fine. It's a family movie. It deals with family issues, and I think they did a pretty good job. Now, this is the part where we haven't talked about this, but you're going to be very upset with me. I really can't completely review this movie because about the second act, I kind of fell asleep on.
Shame on you!
Now listen, it wasn't because I wasn't liking the movie, okay? It was just because I had worked really late the night before and worked all day, and you were so excited to see the movie. I took you, but I was really tired, and I just, I woke up in the third act, but the second act I missed a lot of. So we need to go see it again because
right after this,
maybe. But but listen, I didn't fall asleep because it was boring. It wasn't. What I saw, I really liked. I thought it was a good movie.
And like I've seen a couple of videos of people talking about this, and all of them they were like, it's very rare that there's a movie where I want to see it the moment I finish it. I want to go back and see it. I was feeling the same way. I'm like, I just want to sit here and watch it again.
So I'm assuming that you were just really all about this movie.
Completely. Like I said, this is the movie of the year.
Movie of the year.
I don't care what comes out like in the future. I might not even know that a movie's coming out, and I'll be like, that's really cool, but it ain't better than Spider-Man.
Right. So why don't you talk about the movie and say say why you liked it so much?
It had everything you could ask for it in a movie, especially a movie about Spider-Man. So you have all these other movies with Spider-Man. It's all the same stuff. I mean, I'm not saying that they're not good, because they are good. You know, you have, like, the classic Sam Raimi movies. And, you know, those movies, they're good because they're funny to watch. They're fun to watch them.
Well, you know, the first two were good.
Yeah, it's fun to watch those movies.
They're good movies, yeah.
And now, like, the Andrew Garfield movies.
I like the second one. I know people didn't, but I did.
They're good, but, I mean, like, I am a really big Spider-Man fan, and I always forget it until, like, a new Spider-Man movie comes out or something.
Right. Or the video game.
Yeah. The game's pretty good.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is.
Anyway, but yeah, so like that. And then, like, before this, Spider-Man Homecoming was my favorite one. I enjoyed watching that.
Oh, that was good, too. That one was good, yeah.
I enjoyed that one most out of all of them. Right. So, I mean, yeah, but then this came out. The moment I saw that they were making a movie about Spider-Man, not any Spider-Man, but Miles Morales.
You're just happy, huh?
Yeah, like take all my money.
Well, see, take all my money. But that's why I took you that night when I was tired, because I knew you were so excited to see this movie.
Like,
but I wasn't excited to see this movie, and I'll tell you the truth, it was pretty good. What I saw of it. Maybe I slept 20 minutes, but I saw most of the movie, and then what I saw, I really enjoyed, man.
Like the only time Miles has really been in anything, he's in the video game, and I'm happy about that. He's a really cool character.
He is?
Yeah,
oh, cool.
And the DLC has him starting to be Spider-Man afterward, like him like talking to Peter, like, yo.
Right, stay to the movie, stick to the movie.
But anyway, so yeah, like Miles hasn't gotten a lot of like
representation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like he's been in like a couple of shows, but I mean, let's be honest, all those shows suck. But like,
talk about the movie. Quit talking about everything else.
Talk about Miles, which involves the movie.
They know it's Miles. Talk about the movie. Talk about the movie. What did you like about the movie?
It's just great to see this. I mean, the movie, like, in it, Miles is cool. You see Miles being, like, this, like, cool guy that everybody knows. You see Miles being this, like, low-key, wimpy, awkward kid. And you just, like, feel for him. You feel everything that you want to feel in the movie.
I didn't see him as wimpy. I thought he was, because in the movie he kind of goes to a different school. I didn't think he was wimpy. I thought he was really popular at his old school, and then he went to this new one.
And he's just, like, awkward there.
And he was awkward there.
Because he doesn't really know anybody.
What I liked about the way they portrayed this kid, Miles, is that he's not a goody two-shoes. He's got a little bit of a smart aleck sensibility. He does some things that are bad, but he's not a bad kid. You know, it's like he seemed like a real teenager to me, like you and your brother. You do bad stuff, but you're good deep down inside. That's how he felt to me. I like that.
The bad stuff that he's doing in this are like actual crimes, but
like graffiti and stuff.
Yeah, but they're like he's doing good things with them though.
Yeah, but it's like, you know, I enjoyed how they made him. He wasn't goody two shoes, but he wasn't a wimp either. He wasn't a victim. He was just this normal, complex kid, you know, and any parent who has teenagers will be able to understand what I'm talking about. So, you know, I enjoyed that they made him, and that they made his parents. You didn't get really to see the mother too much, but his father was really kind of multidimensional too. He was conflicted about some things, and I like what it is. This movie doesn't dumb down anything for its audience. Its core audiences, which I think are children. It doesn't dumb it down. These characters are real. They have real emotional motivations for what they do. His uncle, I thought, was great, you know, and you know, the villains were, you kind of understood them and why they were doing what they were doing. I never felt like this movie was pandering or dumbing things down. You know, I again, parents, the Kingpin, he's one of the main villains. He's a pretty bad dude in here. He's pretty evil.
Yeah, he's doing some bad.
But he has a very emotional reason for being so. So, you know, but yeah, he's pretty scary. You know,
Like,
the movie's not scary, but there are certain elements that might frighten a small, like the lizard when he shows up. It's kind of a, or is that the goblin?
yeah, it's Goblin.
Goblin. They're just this big green monster.
But I don't think kids would be scared of that. They'd be like, cool.
Oh no, I mean a little one. Talking about little, like 2 or 3 years
Maybe.
old. If you take your little toddler to see the movie,
Yeah.
because some people will take their toddlers to see this
I
movie.
forgot about like the beginning of the movie with toddlers. That could be kind of like, whoa.
Yeah, and there's
type
that,
stuff
and that
going
first big death that happens.
Yeah.
It's like, even I was like, dang.
Yeah, and it is like, they went that far.
What?
Boom.
But yeah, but other than that, you know, it's what I saw of the movie. I can't give it a review because I didn't see the entire thing. It was probably teetering between our highest praise, which is the bottom diggity, and then our just really good, which is worth the popcorn. But what I saw of the movie, I really respected and I liked. The only thing I didn't like about the movie was a lot of that glitchy, fast frame stuff. Sometimes it was too much for me. I was like, what am I looking at here? I'm not a big fan of that.
I can see that. That's a gripe that I don't have a big problem with. But if you were like talking about like the story, saying something, I'd be like, get out of my channel.
No, the story was nice. Oh, your channel.
It is my channel now.
Oh, okay, all right.
Anyway.
Yeah, the story was good though. It was solid. Man, I liked the movie, but I'm not gonna give an official review because I can't. I didn't stay awake through the whole thing. So why don't you go ahead and tell the people? I think they pretty much know, but you tell the people how you feel. What's your verdict on Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse?
I was on the way over here. I was thinking if there was a way I could create a praise higher than Bomb Diggity, because this movie deserves it.
But we don't have that, so give it the praise.
Bomb Diggity, boom, boom, pow, and you guys know why. One thing, and a couple other things, like the soundtrack in this movie is really good. There are a couple of songs I'm like, and like some of the songs I didn't even like realize who it was till later. I was just scrolling through YouTube and I saw the soundtrack and I was reading some of it and I was like, Emine's in there?
Because, of course, modern age, man, as soon as we leave the theater, he's on his phone in the car listening to the songs in the movie, just grooving.
Sitting there like,
I love that, though. I love that this, like, I don't think even if I saw the whole thing, I don't think I would have loved this movie as much as you, but I'm glad, as a parent, that I could take him to see a movie where he's just like, and he's just so full of elation. I remember for me, it was like when I was young, Raiders of the Lost Ark or Empire Strikes Back. When I saw those movies, I was like you were coming out of the Spider-Man movie, where I was just like, that was so amazing. I can't wait for another one, you know?
Like
so
the cast in this movie, they have some good people, like having like Nicolas Cage play
he was
Noir
awesome.
Spider-Man.
He was great.
Noir Spider-Man is hilarious in this movie.
He was great, man.
It's funny because you have all these other Spider-Man characters.
A lot of Spider-Man in this movie.
And they're all saying like having like they're like cartoons and they're happy and stuff. And then you have the Noir talking about burning matches down to his fingers just so he can feel something.
I loved him,
It's
and
hilarious.
that what sucked because I know I slept through a lot of him, man. But when I was awake and I saw, he was great.
And like, Kingpin is played by the guy that played Sabretooth.
Oh, Leo Schreiber?
I think so.
Yeah, I think he was. I think he was in the. I remember seeing him in the credits. Yeah, Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. It's a good time. I enjoyed myself. What I saw of it, you know.
And there's a lot of like Easter eggs that like hardcore Spider-Man fans might notice. I mean, I noticed all of them. But
I didn't. I like Spider-Man, but I'm not.
Like the Spider-Mobile.
If it was a Batman film, I'd be on all of the,
You don't know where those costumes came from?
No, I do not.
I know everything.
Yeah, he knew all the costumes and how they were made and built and all that stuff, and I had to listen
only
to
one
it
I
on the
didn't-
way home, of course.
The only one I didn't know was the one with the cape, because that was from like the What If series.
Did they
of
create
Marvel.
the anime girl? Did they create that for the movie, or was that always?
She was already a thing.
Really? Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
Penny Parker.
All right. Well, let's wrap this up because we got another video to make today as well, and we got stuff to do. So let's just go ahead.
100% recommend. If you haven't seen it, do. Even if you don't like Spider-Man, I don't care. Go see this movie. It's awesome.
Yeah, I would say go see it. It's if you can handle quick paced animation, quick edits and stuff, it's a good movie.
And I feel bad for people with epilepsy because some of the movies that we are reviewing, they just can't like.
Well,
you could cut out.
Most of them you
figures.
could be fine, but this one, I mean, I would worry a little bit because it's so
Did we review Incredibles 2? I think we did, right?
No, we didn't. We started the show after Incredibles 2.
Well, yeah, like that.
Excuse me.
Didn't they have to like put up a warning because so many people were getting mad because they had that like really bright flashing light scene?
I don't know. I don't remember.
I think you
I don't
probably.
care.
I think you slept through it. I don't know. This man sleeps through everything.
No, I don't sleep through everything.
sleep through
But
everything.
Incredibles 2, the same thing happened. I slept through the middle because I'm just, you guys really are, you really want to see a movie. We even had your sister in for that one, and it was like, I was like, okay, I'm treating my kids to a movie, yay. You know, because I work. I'm a hard-working dude. I got 3 jobs, plus we make these videos, plus I got freelance too. Man, I work, man.
And we were just working on another video that will be out eventually. I don't know, in a couple weeks maybe.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
If I can get it edited in time. Christmas video.
It'll be. It was fun.
That's why we're in the Christmas spirit still, because, you know, a lot of spirit going on in here. So Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse is a great time at the movies for you and your family, and I feel pretty confident saying that.
All right, you guys know what it is. If you haven't clicked away yet, you got to smash the like button, punch subscribe, tap the bell.
Tap the bell.
Tap the bell.
And until next time.
See you at the movies, I guess.
And we hope you have if we don't have any other videos before then, hope you have a really good holiday season. And be nice to your family, and hopefully they'll be nice to you.
Deuces.